welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat. I am Pastor Pat, the pastor of St. John's UCC in Weldon Spring, Missouri, and this is my weekly video blog on what I'm thinking on Thursday as we're approaching Sunday morning worship. This coming Sunday is August 16th. Big Sunday, lots going on. We're doing blessing of the backpacks, so while children and youth, students bring your backpacks, book bags, up front with you. There'll be a special time during the service, and we'll pray blessing on them, and you'll get a little trinket to remember that your book bag and backpack has been blessed through the year. And we will be meeting and greeting our brand new Christian education director. Please, if you can, join us for that. Meet her in person, and also check out our new website as well too. If you have not already done so, I'll make sure the address is somewhere around here where you can take a look at that. If you have not already done so, new, greatly improved. It's beautiful. We're very proud of it. Explore all the tabs, explore all the pages. But the Sunday, the text is Matthew 15:21 through 28. This is a tricky passage, one that has given me trouble before in the past, but I've kind of come to enjoy preaching on it now. This is the story of the Canaanite woman who, important to note, is not Jewish, is a Gentile, who approaches Jesus, and she has a daughter who is demon-possessed. She approaches Jesus, asking Jesus to help heal her daughter. And at first, Jesus says nothing. And she keeps asking. And so the 12 say, Lord, send her away. She's being annoying. And Jesus responds by saying, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. But the woman persists even more, and she says, Lord, help me. And then Jesus says something pretty controversial, says it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. So yeah, he kind of calls her a dog. But the woman still persists, and she says, yes, but even dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. And Jesus is really impressed by this answer and impressed by her persistence. And he says, woman, you have great faith. And from that moment on, her daughter is healed. Now, what made her faith great, I don't think, was her humility, that she would say, well, yes, I might be a dog, but I'm still worthy in agreeing with Jesus. But what makes her worthy is her persistence. And I think Jesus was trying to see how persistent she might be. And that is oftentimes what tests our faith as well, too, our own persistence, how often we're willing to continue to go to God. And sometimes persistence can feel like, he calls her a dog, and I can't help but think of like a little yappy dog. Ever have one of those little dogs that just won't shut up, or you visit someone and their dog just will not shut up? We had a dog named Peanut, was a little dog, but I wouldn't call it a yappy dog at all. She was a miniature pinscher, which basically means she was like a Chihuahua on steroids. And she's kind of like, if you ever remember watching the old Scooby-Doo cartoons, she was like Scrappy-Doo, his little cousin, I think, who was a much smaller version of Scooby-Doo, but was all like kind of buff and brave and fearless. And that was Peanut to us as well, too. But the passage says sometimes being a yappy little dog pays off. Persistence is the name of the game. So comment below. Little dogs, are you a fan or are you not a fan? Hope to see you in worship on Sunday, 10 a.m., either in person or on Facebook. You can catch services later on YouTube as well. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.